Hello and welcome. What you are about to hear is an excerpt from an oral history interview collected by the Octavia Phelan Public Library as part of its Our Stories, Our Community project. The full interview this excerpt is taken from is available on CD at the Octavia Phelan Public Library main branch.
My name is Marcos Chavez, age 36. Today's date is February 13th, Friday the 13th. We're at the Octavia Phelan Children's Branch Library, and I am with my library buddy.
My name is Arlene. Hi. My age is 79. Today's date is the 13th of February. And I am at the Children's Library, Octavia Phelan. And my relationship to Marcus is he helps me at the library a lot.
Well, thank you for coming in and wanting to share your story with us. And I understand that you have been here all your life, and your family has been here since pretty much the beginning. But where were you born exactly?
Well, I was born in Gallup, New Mexico, at the old St. Mary's Hospital.
St. Mary's, okay.
Yes, in 1935.
And St. Mary's is the one that used to be right over here around the corner by where the cathedral is now?
By the cathedral, yes.
Okay.
It's an old brick building, and and I know there. I have at home several of the marble that were in the windows I took out when they tore the building down.
Oh, wow.
Because my grandfather kind of helped build that building, and so we wanted to keep a few pieces in the family.
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in Gallup around the time you were born?
Well, I grew up in Gallup, and we had more fun. Now, let me tell you where I spent most of my time. Right catty corner from the library was a blossom shop, which my grandmother ran and owned. And next door to it was Raleigh Mortuary,
Really?
which my family owned. And they owned that whole area. So I spent a lot of time there. I'd go to school at Central, down the street a ways, and then I'd come up and wait at the mortuary until my dad would take me home in the evening, because I lived way up on the hill.
Wow.
And so it was a lot of fun. The kids, we'd play in the alleys and in the streets because there wasn't that much traffic ever. Play kick this, kick that. We just had a good time playing with balls and things like that.
So where was Raleigh's? Because I know right now it's way up.
Way up there.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, that was in the early days. Then in the early 40s, it had to be, because my uncle was in Baton, they tore those old buildings down, and they built the Raleigh Mortuary, which was part of the title company next door, was part of the mortuary. They kept part of it that didn't burn. And it was a 2-story building, Pueblo, and then next door to it was a 2-story that went clear down the block building, and there were apartments upstairs. Down below, halfway up down the street was the new Blossom Shop.
What street was that?
That was on, what is that?
Cole?
No.
Or Aztec?
Hill.
Oh, Hill, right on Hill.
Yeah, right there.
Wow, okay.
Right there. And when my husband and I first moved to Gallup, after he got out of the Air Force, my dad talked him into coming to Gallup. And who wanted to come to Gallup? I certainly didn't want to come to Gallup, and I fought it, but my dad was very convincing. He was a real
The Octavia Phelan Public Library is committed to providing open and wide access to information. please visit one of our branches in Gallup, New Mexico. The music used in this podcast was Enigmatic by Ben Sound, available at www.bensound.com. Thank you for listening to this oral history. This is John Fortunato for the Octavia Film Public Library.